What's going on, guys? It's Luke here. We had one break even long, and then we ended up taking a nice win. Didn't risk heavy today on these trades just because of how price action was moving going into this short. We ended up netting about 247 on 5 accounts today, so pretty decent day. I have to post the executions for the second trade still, but there's the P&L, and then there was the first entry I ended up taking for the longs. So for the first trade, we ended up taking out a ton of sell side liquidity, obviously off of market open. We ended up dumping. And before we get into this exactly, the full trade recap is going to be out on YouTube in about like half an hour. So go check that out. I'm going to run through it really quick on this video. But basically, this first entry was kind of like a mech model. I actually missed the ideal entry I wanted, which was down here off this inverse. We ended up getting a continuation model up here. Move stops to break even after we enter that 15-minute gap. I wanted to see CE up here get taken, but as soon as we ended up taking out those internal highs, or not those internal highs, but filling the 15-minute gap, I moved stops to break even, and then we ended up getting taken out break even. From there, I seen that obviously we were delivering off the 15-minute gap. I just looked kind of like for an inverse, and I wanted to see that 15-minute first presented fair value gap all the way to the left get taken. And then I wanted to see ES also dump into the 4-hour gap because it had a 4-hour FVG below. We ended up entering after we had that internal sweep of the highs. And then as soon as we started to break to the downside and ES started to dump, I took entry somewhere in and around this candle. I think my actual entry was around 597 or something like that. I had stops above the gap, and then I targeted one take profit at the 15-minute first presented. I actually ended up getting, I wanted to tag CE as my TP, but as soon as this candle just started dumping, I manually closed it. I ended up getting out at 380, so netted a little bit extra profit just from that. So those are the two trades today. Again, one break even and a win. Full recap will be out on YouTube and